been a while, guys, since I filmed anything with this GoPro. Anyways, what I am working on today is one of my buddies dropped off a really interesting guitar, his guitar to work on. And we're going to take it apart and see what he's talking about. He said there's some wood missing on the tremolo or something. So we're going to pull it apart, and this is a really interesting guitar. It's a Japanese Fender, made in the Fuji factory. So it's a really nice Stratocaster. He's obviously put a Seymour Duncan in it and pulled out the single coils. I don't know what else is done to it. It's literally like, I think you just plug it in, straight out. There's no volume knob, nothing on this guy. No nonsense. But it's a production year was from 1984 to 87. So that dates it some kind of 80 to 84 to 87. And it was made in the Fuji factory. So I am just pulling the screws, the screws out of this. So I was like, sorry about the messy hair and crap, guys. I had a rough night last night. Bunch of bands from Lubbock came and played over here in the little old Hobbs at Diamond Lils, and I went over there and then we partied afterwards at my buddy's house. So had a rough night. It was a crazy night last night. So to give you an idea, I was supposed to go pick up my mom from the bus station. Completely forgot. Was asleep. And then I didn't even wake up until freaking dang near 2 in the afternoon or some crap. Okay, give me a second. I gotta figure out how this comes apart. Okay, check out this weirdness. Tremolo. Look at that thing. It's got a Allen adjustment screw, I guess, on this side, which I guess adjusts whether it's floating or not. I don't know, but you can see what he's talking about. Somebody tried to glue right here where the piece of wood was missing, where those posts at. So I'm gonna pull this out and see what kind of wood is under here. And try to match the wood, or I'll just put a block of maple or something right there. But I'm gonna pull this guy out, guys, so give me a second. Okay, guys, this is one of the reasons why I was kind of excited that whenever my buddy said he showed me this guitar and he said he needed me to work on it. This is some weird shit. It's got this adjustment screw right here, Allen screw, and you see I'm unscrewing it. What that actually does is inside the right there. It's like that's to adjust the tension on the springs for the bridge. I was gonna pull these posts out, but that shit was cranked down. There's a lot of stuff on there, so if I pull those out, that shit will go fucking flying, I think. So let's find a place to put this fucking camera, man. So what we're gonna do, camera, is fucking unscrew this shit, take the tension off the bridge so I can pull the bridge out. I could see why the wood would break. Like the design is not there. Oh my god. Oh, is that Gorilla Glue? Ah, fucking Gorilla Glue. My fucking arch nemesis, man. Don't glue stuff with Gorilla Glue on your guitars, guys. Awful fucking shit, man. It's hard to get off the guitars. Now we can unscrew this right here, and I'll show you guys where it busted and why it busted and all that crap. It's pretty cool ass. You can tell Japanese design. If oh yeah. See? Gorilla Glue. I'm gonna have to fucking I'm gonna pull those posts out. Probably cut into that. This looks like the body is made out of maybe alder. An alder body. I have to pull these posts out, like out of the guitar. Man, these Japanese guys don't fuck around. The ones building these guitars, anyways. If you look at the design and you've ever seen a Ibanez Edge Zero tremolo, looks a lot like this in the inside. Well, I guess I can unhook that instead of using this thing. Just take the whole bridge out. And of course, every fucking screw on this thing is a different size, man. It's like, come on. Come on, man. Get with the program here. Fucking make everything one size so I don't have to look through all my fucking T-handle Allen wrenches. My guess is it's going to be a... what are these? SAE? Oh, it's Japanese, so everything's metric. Let's see. Yep, everything's metric. It's Japanese. So it's got a 4mm screw on the thing, on the springs, 3mm on the posts, and the adjustment for the back is a fucking 2.5mm. It's like, come on, man, standardize that shit, make it all fucking one size. For reals, man, for reals. I'm just throwing the screws in the little thing over here. It's pretty neat. Let me show you guys what I'm doing here. See, the springs are held on. I removed that screw. See, the springs are held on with this little thing. I was kind of excited because I was like, dude, that's a trippy ass. I've never seen any of these Japanese guitars with that kind of tremolo. And I mean, it's a Fender, and I mean, look at this bridge, guys. Isn't that a trip? It's got the big old Fender thing on there. But this is what I was saying. Look at the string adjustments. The strings lay on there and come up through there. It's actually not a bad design. But see, if you notice that the way these are, eventually one of these is probably going to break, because you see how the screw actually goes into this. Not a lot of metal around those screws, but look how the springs mount on here, man. They just go over this thing right here. So we pull that out. The bridge is made in Germany. So we got the weird ass bridge pulled out. There's that adjustment screw. It's literally just a block. He's got it grounded. He's got his wiring in there. So what we're going to want to do here is try to pull these out, which I might have to make some kind of block. They don't look like they're in there too tight. Yeah, and you can see somebody went ape shit with the Gorilla Glue here. So we're gonna have to take our chisel here and fucking, yeah, this is one of the reasons why I hate Gorilla Glue. Is look, does that look like it's fucking Holden Armstrong? No. You know why? Because it's not. Gorilla Glue is best used on like plastic, not wood. Look at this shit. Come right off. So let me figure out a way to pull these out, guys, and then I'll get back to you. Little tip, guys. Gorilla Glue is not good for shit on a guitar. It's the nastiest crap. Doesn't stick. I pulled this fucking post out. Granted, it was coming out anyways. I pulled the fucking post out with my hand. Let's see if I can pull the other one out with my hand. Look at this shit. Let me show you. These are barely hanging on for life, man. There's no more wood on them. Look at this shit. Watch. Look at that. Watch. There we go. That's how tight that Gorilla Glue was on there. Fucking, it gunked up the inside of this. Look at that shit. I'm gonna have to dig all that out. That's not good to be in the bottom of that. Of course, I dropped the fucking post screw. But this should actually be really easy to fix. I don't know what kind of wood that is. I'll have to cut a chunk. But literally, guys, all I've got to do is cut out a little block of wood, chop this old shit out, probably down to the bottom of that cavity right there. Fucking glue 2 little blocks in and re-drill those holes for those posts. So, no brainer. It's actually not that big of a deal. The sucky part is chiseling out the cavity. But this wood looks not in good shape, so let's see what we got here with this freaking chisel right here. Yep. That looks like it might be freaking Luan or something, like mahogany. My guess is some rock maple. Glue some pieces of rock maple in there or something. So, let me get to the nitty gritty here. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna attack this. But I'll come back in a little bit, guys. Okay, guys. I got the chisels out. I did some work. Like I said, this is a soft ass wood. It really looks like mahogany. I mean, but look, what does that look like to you? Looks like Luan. I mean, like some species of mahogany. I don't know. Because that needs to be a hard part, I will probably just put maple blocks in there, because that's a lot better of a like hard rock maple is a lot better to attach things to. Let me show you the progress that I'm so far. I've been out here for an hour. So I've been out here for an hour farting around with this thing. You can see that's where we're at right now, and you can see the remnants right here of Gorilla Glue. Look at how strong the Gorilla Glue is, guys. It just comes right off. Telling you, worst glue ever to use as on wood, man, for reals. I got to work this down where it's even, so I got to go below these holes right here. Figure out what kind of wood I am going to put in there, which is, like I said, will probably be, I don't have any maple on me, but I can go buy a piece. And then, believe it or not, I would probably just use my coping saw. That's what I did the other night. I got bored. I haven't worked on the ESP in a while, and the old black backplate's really shitty looking. This is the old backplate, and I am matching it up. And there's the new backplate for the ESP, so it needs to be sanded and stuff. I have it marked where I need to take off stuff. I had this on there as a reference, and I would probably do that with a belt sander, because it's too thick too. It needs to be shaved down about half of it, about half the thickness. You can see there's the bottom. It's teak wood with a quilted walnut veneer. Anyways, so we will I'll continue to chisel at this, guys, and then like I said, there it is. And you can see how clean the chisel cuts are, how nice and uniform everything is. I was gonna say something kind of rude. If you're gonna do it, man, do it right. Don't, especially on a strip, something that's got so much stress on it, man. Like I said, Gorilla Glue does not stick to wood good guys. It just falls off. It's polyurethane glue. Yeah, it foams up and it's just dirty, nasty stuff. It doesn't stick well, man. It comes off real easy. If you watch my videos, you see the crap that people do with Gorilla Glue. It's not good glue when used on the right stuff. Bad glue, wood, anything wood, you're gonna glue, use wood. Anything metal to wood contact, metal, see, these are pressed in. I would use like CA glue if I was gonna glue metal to wood, like, which is super glue. Anyways, enough ranting about freaking Gorilla Glue. I hate Gorilla Glue. I might call it a night. I'm getting tired. I'm still hungover. I don't know what else to do until I get the wood. Used to have a locking nut on it, and he's putting a regular nut on it. So the nut is taped to the back of the headstock here. So it's a tungsten nut too, a good one. Oh, I already had the little piece of wood cut. I'll see what I could do, clean that up a little bit, make it look better. Man, perfect fit, man. That's actually really good. It makes it a lot easier. He just got that, I think that little shim of wood, I think he just got it pinned under those two screws. So we'll probably glue that in and shave it off so it isn't so pokey. Make it look a little better. I'll probably paint it black to match the headstock so you can't really see it. Anyways, yeah, that might be where we'll leave it at today. Gonna say it won't be the end of the video, guys, but it's me end of me working. So, what's up, guys? It's been several days. I forgot that I have this is red oak. Some pieces of oak. This shit is hard as rock. If you ever worked with oak before, it's I don't know, finished with something. It's got some kind of treatment on it or some shit. So this pieces I'm working on the guitar, as you can see, are exactly a ½ inch across. The height on this, it's funny. The height on this is exactly the same height as a piece of this. So, see how it's damn near exactly the height of the piece of the wood that I cut out. Damn near exactly. So if I cut it all the way flush with where the post hole was down here, I can glue these in, mark them off, and all I got to really do is glue it in here. And then back here it had a little curve. This piece had a little curve on it. So all I got to do right here is chisel out some of the material right here where it curves, where it hits. It had a little indentation, so a little indentation mark. Oops. Sorry, hit the camera. But all I got to really do is cut that to depth. This is the exact size I need, and I need a ½ inch wide. because this is a 1/2 inch chisel, 1/2 inch wide. So it makes shit really easy. I just need to mark where I drill the post hole from here. So I'm going to have to measure from the center to here, which might be, it's a little bit less than 1/2 inch. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. It is, can't sleep, so I can't sleep, so it's like, it's 5:56, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I have not been to bed. I have this thing where I'm not tired. Where I'm tired, but I'm not tired, you know what I mean? I can't go to bed. So I decided to come out here and work on this thing. This is all going to be in one video. It's several videos put together, so it is. I had to think of a way to fucking squeeze it in there where it had a lot of pressure. You see my screw, or I stuck the screw on there. I didn't use a screw this time. I used my chisel. My chisel wedged between the 2 blocks really well to push them up against the side, so I can get a good glue joint on the side walls here. And I know that's a lot of glue, but I'm gonna clean it up afterwards. I'm gonna have to do a lot of chiseling probably. That's blood right there on that chisel. I'm probably gonna have to do a shit ton of chiseling and handwork, but oh well. We'll get this glued up, get this to fucking work. I overdid it on, cut a bunch of blocks, guys, to figure out what size would be good to work in there. And anyways, I could probably use those scraps of wood somewhere. We'll get this thing up and going, but we're gonna shut everything down out here. I'm gonna clean up my mess a little bit, and then I'm going to go relax. I've been messing around all day at the music store, and I'm tired. And I figured I cut some wood, a bunch of different blocks of wood to see which ones would work best. And I figured if I put a little bit more meat on them. Oh, if you didn't know, if I didn't mention it before, it's red oak, which is a hard ass wood. So I'm hoping if these glue joints hold the way I think they're gonna hold, may not look promising right now, but it should work. I'm gonna have to level out the top, make sure the top's level, and then do some measuring to where the posts go. I have to cut some excess, I think, off the back of these pieces of wood. I think these are out too far by like a minuscule amount. And there is a recess in the top of these. If you look on the old one, the post went here. Let's see. The post went here. There was barely any wood. And then there's like a little recess cut right here. So I have this as like a template. It is the same size as, I think it was all routed the same size as this. So I don't know. They didn't have very much meat on there. So we might put a little bit more meat on these pieces. But that might interfere with the way the tremolo works. So we will see, guys. We will see. Post went here. Yeah, see how it's cut out? Kind of round. I'm going to have to shave some of it off and then do the top in a little bit. Anyways, we'll get it done. Okay, guys. I have cut up several blocks. This is a giant pain in the ass because I don't have a router. Sorry. I'm gonna have to do a lot of this by hand. I don't have clamps to fit in this tar body, so we improvise. Where the saddle posts go, I drilled a hole, pre-drilled a hole, and used a screw. So you can see, there's my first piece. New block of wood glued in there, and I got plenty of wood glue, and that's how I made a clamp for it. I am going to chisel the rest of this crap out. The back is almost flush, so I'm just gonna have to trim some off with my chisel. I'm gonna have to sharpen the chisels. Gonna be a lot of chisel work, guys, but I'm gonna see if this glues and sticks. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, pre-drill the hole where the post's gonna go, and then yeah, we'll come back tomorrow sometime and see. I'll pull that screw out and see how well this glue joint held, because it's on there. Anyways, we'll see how this turns out, guys. Okay, it's actually been about, does it sound crooked? Nah. It's been about 15 minutes. I'm done with my rough chisel work. Probably gonna chisel off. There's a chunk of glue right here. Once you guys look, it's almost flush with the original pieces. See, the original pieces went around along the bottom here. You see, it's I got a shadow. I'm gonna do this. Anyways, it's almost flush here. But what I'm gonna do is sand it flush, sand this flush, and the back is actually. I probably need to run the chisel over that. Let's say the back's pretty flush. I got to make some measurements. The height, this side is too high. This side is almost right. It just needs to be flattened. As you can see, it's on an angle because that's how I glued up the wood to get it to glue right. Little bug crawling on here. Okay, so you can see it's flush right there, but this isn't flat and level, and the height of this one's almost to the height. I just gotta flatten it. This one I gotta work down. So I'm kind of regretting using red oak because it is super hard. And if you notice the grain, I put the grain going up and down, because if you put it going the other way, something. Anyways, when I drill a hole in here and put the post in here, shouldn't have any problem with the back and forth motion, because there's going to be a lot of wood here. I mean, this is more solid than probably the basswood that this was made out of. Anyways, guys, I'm going to continue to work on it. The rest of it, I might actually just go inside the night. I got everything roughed in. I literally just got to pull out sandpaper and make a little sanding block and lower this side, make some measurements. And I already measured where I had originally drilled the holes is actually right in front of where the post goes. But I will mock this up and mark some stuff, make sure the tremolo works right. I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I got most of my chisel work done. Right now I am filling the holes that I drilled in here. The reason why I'm filling the holes that I drilled in here is because when I started taking more material away, the left side of my block started to crack. So I figured I would slather the crap in wood glue and fill those holes with wood glue. that will add back to the strength of the actual wood. The wood glue is actually stronger than the wood itself, so there'll be a lot of cleanup though. Back down here, this is a wood glue rag. It's all dirty. But I have now adjusted the height on both those blocks. I just gotta wait for the glue to dry, and I mixed up some mahogany dust and glue, and there was a big old chunk taken out of the body right here. I just filled that in. The bridge actually covers that up. It looks like it's actually where this fucking thing has been rubbing right here. This part of the Tremolo, that's what it looks like to me. Looks like that's where it's been rubbing on there, like this wasn't in the body real good. Anyways, we're gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in the house and get something to drink. Probably go to sleep. But that's where it sits right now, guys. When I am finished with it, probably won't even be able to tell. Well, you'll be able to tell that there's new wood in there, but it has all got that shielding paint on it. So I guess if I order a can of shielding paint, which I need to do anyways for my guitar build, I could repaint in here, and you'll never even be able to tell. I don't think that I changed the wood out. What we do got to do is go find a drill bit though that is the same size as these guys, so I can press fit these in there. To say, I'll see you guys in the next scene. Okay, guys, I put my blocks in there, put this all on here, and it had a boo-boo. It cracked. The blocks cracked. It went on there correctly. It's setting kind of crooked, it looks like. So the lower string is sitting kind of crooked, the way it's setting in here. I haven't measured anything, so I'm not sure if it's crooked. Looks crooked. Yeah, it's off by like 4 mil or some crap. I might have to recut these blocks. They're in there solid. I mean, they're not breaking. They just cracked whenever I drove the things back in there. But I might have to recut them. If that's the case, guys, I'll see you in a minute. It's probably not going to be as good as my GoPro, but there she is, guys. I ended up having to recut the blocks, and then I figured out I actually had to cut the blocks twice, and then this is the third set, and I realized that if you hammer these guys in there, or even tap them in there with as much wood as they have on here, it cracks the wood, and then they end up breaking out. So what we did was we tapped the wood itself. I tapped the wood. This is red oak, which is really sturdy, and I don't think he's going to be pulling this off and on and off and on. I don't think so. I don't know why you would be, but anyways, I tapped the wood and screwed these directly into the oak, and it's threaded, and they fit in there. It fits in there good. Anyways, and there's the bridge, and there's the springs. And let me show you what I had to do. If you look, you see how the wood's kind of pushing on the springs right here. It's going to have to stay like that. Otherwise, there's not enough wood right here to actually, well, like if I took wood off right here for the springs to run, then these blocks would crack. And that's probably the design flaw in this, the reason why it cracked in the first place. I did paint the entire cavity with shielding paint, even though there's only one pickup in this. There's the custom pick guard that I ordered. No knobs, nothing. So just straight pickups. It's gonna look slick. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put this together and get it strung up, And then I'm on to, I have another customer. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me about, because I'm not going to work on it if he's not willing to pay for what needs to be done to his guitar. So end up being, he could just message me just now. Anyways, yeah, he's got dime slime, and I'll probably make a video out of that, or at least take pictures. Anyways, guys, I'm filming on my phone because my GoPro is in the house, and I needed to finish this video. That way it has an end. And the gentleman who fixes guitar is coming to pick it up sometime next week. Here is the guitar finish with the custom pickguard. Y'all missed all that stuff. I'll put a link in the video to my Facebook page. If you want to see everything that I've done to this guitar, there's a log of pictures, and I think there's a demo video on it on my Facebook page. But it got a custom pickguard. Hand me that pickguard, Melissa. This is the old pickguard, and it had a humbucker and no single coils. Now, here's the custom pickguard, and notice it has no volume knob, no tone knob. The gentleman that I got this has a volume pedal and a gate that he uses for his guitar, so everything is self-contained on his pedal board, so he won't have to use it. I was gonna put a mute switch in here, but the pickguard looked too sexy, so I was like, I'm not drilling a hole. Anyways, I'm gonna give you a quick demo of the guitar. If I can get this done.
I can move it for you guys.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Anyways, let me turn this air conditioner off because it makes a lot of noise. It's got anyways, I'm picking up a lot of noise from the plasma screen TV up there. Anyways. Anyways, if you want to see everything that I did to this, I had to cut wood blocks. The video I did before these videos, I had cut blocks out of the red oak that for this, and the post actually tapped in there, and I went through 2 sets of blocks tapping these posts in. So what I did was, with the third set, I actually drilled the holes small enough for the screws. Tighten up the holes. I squirted a little bit of epoxy inside the hole and drilled the epoxy out inside the the hole, and then tapped it with a thread tap, and then ended up threading the bolts in there. So you ended up with the posts, the screws for the tailpiece, where the bridge actually is holding onto this tailpiece. They're actually screwed into the wood directly. Like I said, I reinforced the holes with a little bit of epoxy. Pretty much, it's straight. It's perfectly straight on the back. I got everything set up. If you ever have to adjust the height of the bridge, you actually have to pull the pick guard off and adjust the posts. I think it came out real good. I did have to file on where the bridge sets on the edges of the pick guard, and the pick guard still got the plastic. I'm gonna let my buddy Justin, that I did this guitar for, decide whether or not he wants to pull the plastic off the pick guard. It's brand new. Anyways, guys, that's the conclusion of the video. You got a little demo of it. I'm going to edit the videos. I'm going to put this video on here, and then I'll probably edit the videos in a few days. Right now, currently, I am gluing popsicle sticks. I cut a popsicle stick in half for my cigar box guitar, which is sitting right here, to put a pickup in, and the only pickup I have at the moment is a 7-string Seymour Duncan. So I'm going to put the 7-string Seymour Duncan in there, maybe. Anyways, guys, much love as always. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.